Well, I guess we're on the road again. Todd's got the other two. I've got Cat Stevens. And we're headed for Moab for Easter. Check in with you soon.
We're just putting our quick set shelter up and discovered that it had a hole in the bottom where one of the legs was poking through. There's the hole right there. The leg was poking through so it wouldn't erect, because that's where it's kind of works kind of like a spring. It has to have something to push against, so didn't have anything to push against because it was poking through. So we are making yet another trail repair.
So I can sew it later?
Yes.
Excuse the rubber fingers, but I have some pretty little cuts on my fingers that I've had to bandage. And I guess this is...
So...
See what I'm thinking is, and then I'll do it this way too.
You going on here? Where are you going?
Well, see, I'm doing it this way too. What I'm thinking. Can't use yours. I'll need scissors.
So we're putting tape inside where the pole goes to kind of jam up where the hole is. I'm hoping that works, at least for now. And in the meantime, the wind is blowing, and I have one arm, so okay, tape goes in.
If I could get it thin enough to go in. I made it pretty thick.
Mr. and Mrs. MacGyver here.
You might have to do it. My fingers hurt. Turning sideways. I can't, I'm not strong enough.
Cut that off.
Hopefully, should have used the post to poke it in there. You gotta make sure it gets the post in there.
Okay, so let's undo this. Got it?
No, I mean in the tape.
Okay, up you go. Okay, here we go. And voila.
You did it. Got it.
Repaired. Okay. Let's back it up and stand it up.
Make sure it stays.
Problem was, this wasn't staying. Now,
You got it. Okay, so we have an issue.
see this piece right here?
Yes.
This part of this bar should not be back this far. What happens is, because it doesn't have this rubber stopper anymore that got mangled and fell off, that rubber stopper, actually, yeah, that rubber stopper, it got mangled and fell off, so we have to figure out a way to stop this part of the drawer from, what it's doing is it's crossing over this and sticking, and then it causes the bearing portion of this to fall apart, and then the drawer doesn't work. So I have to pry this guy back over it, and it's not easy.
Without smashing your fingers?
That's what happened last time. I ended up bleeding. So the problem, I got it loose, by the way, as you can see, this, what happens is the rubber stopper used to be here, which is that's what it looks like again, and it fell off at some point. So we have to figure out a way to stop this guy from going past that point. See that? This guy stops it. What happens is, over time, and because of sand, as you can see, the sand binds up the bearings and the whole, just how this thing works. And when it does that, this guy, when you close the drawer, it pushes this, and this one bends. It bends just a little bit, and then once that happens, and if you push it back hard enough, this whole thing jumps over the back of it and stays there. And then the whole slider falls apart. So the trick is to keep it from going past that point. So we're gonna have to figure that out, but I'm sure this will get it working. It did before, and when I did it last time, it lasted, I don't know, a year or so. And the last time we had problems was because of sand. It's Padre Island kicking our butts, so in the end. But when we get home, we'll take this apart and blow it out, hit it with water, get all the sand and garbage out of here, re-lube, and it should be fine.
Temporary fix, hopefully.
Hopefully, if we shove.
Or is it too thick?
No, I can wiggle it in there. I think I can bend it out just a hair. Always have electrical tape. Always.
We seem to use it for everything.
So we don't have that rubber stopper anymore, so we're creating our own.
Until we can get some piece of rubber or something to put back there.
So that's gonna stop this guy from jumping its tracks. Boom.
Mommy had a good idea.
Mommy did have a good idea. It's so stiff.
Too much sand.
There we go. There we go. That'll do until we get home and clean it up.
Okay. Job well done, dear.
So, lots of KOAs have laundry service, stuff like that. I'm not sure I've seen one with outdoor laundry service. How cool is that? Yeah, Moab, baby.
As you've seen in previous videos, weather has not been our friend in the last couple years. So we have moved everything inside. So we can actually cook breakfast now that it's 1:30 in the afternoon. Todd's got Durango out walking right now. Sophie's next. I took Kat out earlier. But we have had some weather. So I'm going to start cooking. Today I'm going to make Yorkshire pudding and some Italian sausage gravy. And hopefully we can eat in the next half hour or so.
Happy Easter, everyone. We're windblown, we got a little rain, we're in Moab, and well, the wind's off and on, but been pretty rough, but the dogs don't seem to be enjoying the flapping. We did, however, move into the Quickset shelter,
which is not sponsored.
It works good for a wind block, so when Carrie's cooking in our kitchen on the trailer, if it's too windy, it's a no-go. So we put this up, and she's got the Coleman oven going. For what are we having?
Well, we're going to attempt to make Yorkshire pudding, Italian sausage gravy, and poached eggs.
Nice. And that's breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, it's brunch. It's
2 o'clock.
It's okay, it's lunch. But we got tied up this morning because we had to make a repair on the clam, which you'll see in the video, and
on the trailer.
A repair on the trailer, which was unfortunate, but however, we got it fixed, at least for now. So, but it required surgery. We had to take the fridge out and the battery pack and literally crawl in there and get it done. But we did. So we're eating late today. You might even say we're a little hangry.
So for the Yorkshire pudding, I'm going to start with some beef tallow in the bottom of each of the cups. I try to heat them up a little bit before I put them in the oven. Just sitting them on top of here. Because as we know, this oven is pretty good, but it's not always completely dependable. So you gotta kind of watch it.
I mean, it's pretty good for a fold-up oven, right?
Yeah, it works, but you kind of want to kind of preheat things. And this way I don't have to leave it in
Look at it melting.
as long.
Quickly.
And if anybody else knows of an oven that's a little bit more stable, I guess, sturdy, please comment below. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not perfect by any means. And we like to cook.
And what is beef tallow?
Rendered beef fat.
Rendered beef fat.
That's what you cook with.
Why not?
Two reasons I use gloves. One, to conserve water, even when we have unlimited water in a campground. But the other thing is I have all these little tiny hairline cuts in my fingers that I don't want possibly to bleed in our food, unfortunately.
What are these?
So these are follow bracelets. I follow several animals. You can adopt an animal, buy a bracelet, adopt an animal, and you can follow it where it goes all over the world.
What kind of animals?
All kinds of animals. This is a dolphin, polar bear, a lion, and a sloth. I have giraffe, gorilla, shark. What else do I have? I have a bunch. But it's really worth it and goes for a good cause, helps save animals. We have a link in our video. You get 20% off and you can enjoy the same thing. I can show you a link on my phone, how it works. So for example, here is, I have my gloves on. Here's the lion, and you can see wherever it's been. And last time tracked was today. And she is, but you can see the travels and how much space, or how far she travels. But you can do that with marine life. One of my favorites is the penguins. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So sometimes, as we know, nature happens. So now I'm getting a new penguin, Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell.
Oh, whole different continent.
Oh.
So she's new, because that's where she was dropped off after being tagged. But you'll see the points where she's been. So now, here's Tinkerbell. Oh, she's got a lot of followers.
Way to go, Tinkerbell.
So she's new. So as we know, wildlife has life happen. So Braveheart was the one I was following before, and is no longer able to be followed.
We could use some of those numbers. So if you would like to like and subscribe to our channel, we would be very thankful, and we will try not to get eaten.
Yeah. I'm gonna start the gravy. I normally would use our little masher, but since we're inside, I'm just gonna take the easy way out, or the harder way out, I guess. Less dishes. Trying not to make multiple dishes as much as possible for Todd today,
Hey, thank you.
just because of the weather. Normally, he'll do all sorts of dishes.
I don't mind.
He just likes the food.
I just want to be useful.
No, you just want to eat.
And that.
Ooh, that smells good.
Yes, it does.
So we'll get this gravy started, since it takes a little bit longer than the pudding does. And then we need to get these eggs going too. So this is a test kitchen today for poaching eggs. You know, normally people just put it in water, but found this, hoping that maybe it might be a little bit easier. Boil the water around it, easier cleanup. Because you know how eggs can sometimes make a...
Stick like super glue?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Fast forward through, sausage is done. Set it aside. You're in the way. It's a little tight in here.
Back up the camera guy.
A little tight in here. It's okay. It'll work. We can still eat it. We did this on the beach too. So you want to do equal parts of butter and flour. But Todd likes his gravy, so I'm going to go a little over and beyond what you really need. Gonna get this water boiling because it takes it a little while. Is it gonna shut off? Nope. Oh, that did. Oh, I think that should be enough. So this is a new one. This is an experiment. We'll see how it works. I think it should be fine. So now if this really does work, now you really have to like and subscribe. We're your test kitchen.
You better, people. Stay tuned while she finds the part we're missing for this little stove.
No, it's just one of those.
In the meantime,
It's one of those things we've had. How many? We've had Jetboil for several years, but we're like, what is that thing for? We don't understand what it's for because we weren't using it for cooking a pot on. We only used the one. But there, that's why.
Yeah.
Kind of sideways, so they're cooking at different rates. Still cooking. It was just a gravy is like very cheesy. Reheating it. Oh, it's delicious. Oh, there we go.
That's what we're after.
There's our Yorkshire pudding.
Come on.
So I heated the plate on top just to make it a little bit better because these plates are really cold. It's very cheesy. Probably could have put some broth in it. Make it a little thinner. You're gonna have to hold that so I can get your eggs because they are hot. Oh. This is gonna be hard. Pretty hard.
Use a fork or a knife. Beautiful.
I'll give you. You want the other yoki one or the other one?
I like yoki.
All these eggs were different sizes too, which is really weird. They were really okay. There. So 2 eggs. Yorkshire pudding and gravy, but you probably want another
Beautiful.
one.
How is it?
It's great. First time of using those to make poached eggs. A little overcooked. Got to figure that one out. But whether, who knows what's going on. But it is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yorkshire pudding is awesome as always.
Day long.
Oh. A hit.